a group I know I love, and a group that I cannot wait any longer to get to. It is Dreamcatcher with their new song, Justice. I've been hearing such good things about this, things that make me so very excited for this. Dreamcatcher not only being absolutely one of my favorite K-pop groups ever, but coming from a space of music in rock that I was very into before getting into K-pop. So they've always had that very soft spot in my heart. I was very kind to OOTD, very kind in my reaction to that. I would say that's a mixture of me being so hyped because it is Dreamcatcher and they are one of my favorite groups, and I'm kind of gonna just love to see them again with every comeback. I'd say that it hadn't really stood the test of time, I would say. It's an okay release to me now. It's no bonvoyage, that's for sure. But really just tempering my expectations for this album, Virtuous, which we will get to in my ever-growing backlog of albums. Their past few releases have not been my favorite, even in terms of like albums, I mean. Apocalypse from Us, it's okay. Villains, their last one, it's okay. Would say my last like really favorite album of theirs, one that I really enjoyed, was the Apocalypse Follow Us album that had Vision as the title track. But I'm hoping that they right that ship with Virtuous. And so far from what I hear of this title track in Justice, that they have done just that. And I'm also very excited to see them in Seattle in November. I think November is when they're coming. So many tours, so little time, but Dreamcatcher is back, so let's get right to it with Justice. Oh yeah, let's do some heaven and hell type imagery. Oh my, no. Ooh. Oh, I feel like my breathing is heavy right now. Wow! Oh my god, they look so good. They all look so good. I really love the electronic mix in the chorus. Dude, what? I don't know where to start. I really don't know where to start with this. This song kind of just encapsulates all the things I really do love about a Dreamcatcher song. I feel like we have a whole mix of sounds here that I could pull from a lot of different Dreamcatcher eras, just all pushed into this one track that makes it feel so very them and just makes me love it. It's triumphant for sure. That initial melody going into the chorus is so incredibly triumphant. I love the imagery in this. It kind of reminds me like a little bit of the I'm already blanking on the era before Apocalypse. I'm already blanking on the name. It reminds me a little bit of that, to where it was not so much on the nose, but it was very apparent within like your first viewings of things like Boca, that what they were going for in an imagery sense. And you get that here too. Virtuous was the first thing that came to my head, seeing a lot of it here. And of course, that is the album name. First of all, there's like more on this. What are we outroing to? We're throwing our cassettes in. Gen Z loves their cassettes these days, right? And good lord, the looks in this video are just unreal, man. Hey there. So it is the following day. I was recording that initial reaction yesterday on stream, and then at the end of the first run through, my headset just completely like shorted out, and I lost all hearing in the right ear cup. So we got these ones, Skull Candies, that I got shipped in a day here, bringing it back to high school, wearing Skull Candy headphones, something cheap to just tide me over. And this is going to be very interesting because I'll be doing like a second run of this after the fact, a day after. And now I feel like I've already forgotten what I heard completely. So this will be like a first reaction. I would have felt weird just to do this completely like cold again, and decided to still just include that first one. I didn't really have much to say the first run through because there was so much to visually and audibly take in. I didn't really get to speak too much. So now is the time to do that. So we're going to run through this at least one more time, probably two more times, and kind of experience it all again for the first time. The reason why I'm so late to this comeback, by the way, as well, is because I had friends here for the last week and a half. So it was just really poor timing. But you know, I can't stay away from a Dreamcatcher comeback. And it was agonizing the entire time, having to wait for them to leave so I could get to this. But yeah, let's do our first listen, if that makes any sense, of Justice. And we'll do some pausing this time and talk. So this whole secret diary thing, that this era in general, I don't know exactly what it's supposed to be portraying as like a cohesive like thematic element. Because before with OOTD, it was very much about like vanity and narcissism. Whereas like here, we kind of almost have like fighting the powers that be, kind of what we've gotten with a lot of Dreamcatcher songs. And then you kind of maybe get that here with the phone, and you have Xion checking it out at the end too with the cassette. And my only thought of that maybe has to do with like the lead up into this comeback. I know that Dreamcatcher has done the ARG like alternative reality game thing before to announce their comebacks, but it does almost seem like this like secret web, as if there's some this secret coalition that they're forming to fight against the powers that be, some kind of militia or something. So where like she's throwing in the cassette is almost the means in which you get that message, Dreamcatcher's message, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I was taking from it, and now I actually get to say it this time. Let's continue. And there's a lot of imagery here of royalty too, and I think even at some point in this music video, Kain shoots the crown with an arrow, which of course, if there's anyone that you can for sure turn into the enemy, classically, historically, is those in power, because they're typically the ones, you know, causing all the malevolence. And that's why that's like they're, oh my god, Jiu is an issue in this comeback. What a hard intro. Very Ascendio-like in how hard it is. Temptation Apple. Orange hair, do you hear? Skull candies, you don't do this justice. Pardon the pun. Oh my god, so hot. Okay. Let's talk about this chorus now. First of all, the pre-chorus, the verses leading into the pre-chorus, everything is just building this energy. And the release is fantastic. But what I actually find really interesting about this chorus itself is that the vocal melodies of this are just incredibly simplistic. It's super, super straightforward. All of like the texture of this song, and the melody really comes from the guitar work that we get here, which is, I feel like, kind of rare in K-pop a lot of the time. Maybe not for Dreamcatcher necessarily, but a lot of the riffs are pretty basic and boring, and that's like one of my big complaints a lot of the time. And I love how this sounds because it, like yesterday, I was saying this kind of mix a lot of different eras in some ways of Dreamcatcher. So you get rock elements here, but there's also bits of the electronics working in, and I like how the vocals kind of clip into that instrumental and become that like electronic clipping as well. It's the best way I can kind of describe it. They said high note, we're gonna have 7 of them. From all different members. This is low during Tommy's rap portion. Yeah, so then you have imagery of freedom. They are maybe the ones to shield us. You even have that imagery with Kayan and the umbrella, protecting her somewhat from the arrows, whatever this oppression we're talking about is. But I think that I like that it does seem a little vague outside of some different historical elements that we get here because they're basically performing this in a museum. But that you can take that kind of injustice, and I feel like particularly right now in very unfortunate times in the world, you can really point this to a lot of different current events, and you can place it in whichever way that suits you. So I like when they do keep these songs a little vague. But yeah, I mentioned that she kind of shields herself because a lot of those arrows go right into her back and set on fire. Yeah. More protection. But the rise kind of hits like a bon voyage. Oh. Dude, this is her comeback, man. She is looking insane. Oh, the backing vocals. Yes, and then you bring in like atmospheric, like the things that I get from listening to like Fairy Tale. And then you give me some of that too, all in one title track. Oh. Drums are killing it. Shin is looking right through me. Oh, dude, her vocals are going off. Oh, I don't know if it's just because it's so high energy. This song does feel short, but it's not really. Oh, man. This is a good-ass comeback. And you know, funny enough, it doesn't really bother me because they look so great, but this really is overall a pretty simplistic video. I mean, with like just barely any, there's like, it's almost like one single performance scene and then a couple cutaways to where we isolate the members in different scenes. It almost feels like something that they would shoot during COVID. But because visually it keeps me totally enthralled and the song itself is so good, I'm not bothered by that at all. Okay. Well, I think I've kind of talked about the message and how I feel about the song overall. Now I just want to do a run through for me and enjoy it and just talk about how insanely good they look. I've always mentioned the Dreamcatcher has basically, not just with the concept being based in rock, that it totally suits my style. That is my shit. But also visually, the kind of gothy style. You want your belts, you want your strap. I'm kind of into it. I like it, and I think they look fantastic in this. I'm just saying, they look fucking great. So let's give a run through just for that. I want to see more of this text really quick for a second. Shut up, phone. Guide those sacrificed. Oh my god, it goes so fast. And guide those sacrificed by evil to their rightful fate. I wonder where this is actually pulling from, if it's actually pulling from somewhere. For the souls swallowed by the abyss of malevolence. And you could probably source some of these works of art too to reinforce that symbolism. I don't know where this like idea of your temptation apple exactly comes from. Like original sin type shit? I don't know. The beautiful starting point. God damn. Yeah, and they all have locks on their necks too. You see it with Yuhyun there, but also Shion, I think, has the most noticeable one in one scene. Dude, the dark eye makeup, it's just... Oh, Donnie, that's just such a powerful low voice. Angelic Handong. How does a group that like had no room, I thought, to glow up, you are already glowed as much up as you could. You were at the attic of the glow up totem pole, but it just gets higher every time. Ooh. Oh man, yes, I need to see the full choreography version so badly. We'll watch that along with the album. Everything is kept very simple but effective in this. Even the transitions. It's just not doing too much. Why was that move so sassy? It's so hard. Oh my god, Sue looks so stoic in this. Like, they all look like rocks in this music video. Oh man, I mean, this is bringing me back to what was like the OST type song they did? Blue something. I'm blanking completely, but you remember. But it was Sua that was all chained up. They're taking turns. We get way too little of Glasses Yuhyun though. Way too little. This Xion in the back. Oh my god, her soft vocals. So ethereal. Then here you have that symbolism of them helping you up, and then even in the next cut, they all start with them rising their heads, all rising up. That's the thing, they're framed to look so strong in this. One thing I also like about the symbolism here, too, is that you have Hanang looking in this crystal ball. And I wonder if that's supposed to be symbolic of, like, because even as that shatters, you then have kind of taking action. And I don't know if that's meant to be of, like, you don't wait for something to happen. You fight. You stand up and you do it yourself. There's not some greater power that's going to come and just help you. You need to act yourself. That's kind of what I get from it. Oh my god. Oh, the drums are going off in the last chorus of that song too. Right at the end of the bridge and in through the last chorus. This song is so fucking good. Oh, the live performance of this must be wild. I love all of their eye makeup in this too. They're styled so beautifully. Dang. Yeah. Very excited to get to this album. Should we just do the dance video right now? I mean, we're here. Why don't we do that? There is this MV version that is different from like the dance practice. Why don't we just roll with that? And then we'll do some live performances and extra stuff if they've been on anything like the Studio Choom type stuff when we do the album. That will be over on Patreon and Fourth Wall. Let's go. I like how there's art even up there in the skylights. I wonder if that particularly is different. I wish I was some kind of art history major or something and could recognize some of these. Like that on the left looks like a fallen warrior with like an angel coming down to either help him or take him up to heaven. I don't know. They've always got to touch each other like that. Jiu is just so strong in this comeback. Oh, I'm done looking brolic. Keep her out of the gym. Ooh, the footwork. Yes. There's a lot of strength in this choreography. How are we hitting these high notes live? Being center while also still doing the choreography. Oh my god, I love her. Ooh, this was the version to watch. I like the cuts. And that like faint vocal portion that comes during Dami's rap portion, I really like a lot too. It sounds like Sua. And then the guitars come and do the same tone. See, like that, powerful. Arms extended, everything very rigid. Oh my god, they're so good. Oh, but it's like so pretty at the same time. This little kickback that they do. Oh my god, Gio looks so good. Right there. Ah. I don't even know what that sound was. Wow, I'm just noticing Guyan's hair here too, multicolored. Now black. Oh, of course she's on that vocal rise. Yo, this is exactly what I wanted. This is exactly what I needed. Big fan of this comeback. Huge fan of this comeback. And based on, I see they're doing good numbers. I just hear such great shit about this. Beforehand, I got a little bit of spoilers, not musically, but just people's takes on this. And you're all right. It's fantastic. So yeah, we got to get to this album ASAP. I think I'm gonna have to make this one a priority because this comeback is so particularly good. So I will see you there. We'll check out some of the live stages that they've done. Maybe they've done one of another song on the album as well. Let me know ahead of time maybe what your favorite song on the album is. We'll see if they match up afterwards. I always like to choose a favorite on the album, but yeah. Title track incredible. Cannot wait to see this live in November. God damn. Hopefully you get your ticket as well. Thank you so much for watching this with me. If you're new here, please check out my long, extensive playlist of Dreamcatcher down below in the description. And there's plenty of stuff over on Patreon and Fourth Wall as well. I'm hoping they just do more variety stuff this comeback. I've been asking for now, it's been 2.5 years, whatever, that I've been asking for Dreamcatcher Mine Season 2. Just do something, please. Because these girls are one of the most entertaining, not just musically incredible, but entertaining in variety out there, and they just deserve more variety time. But yeah, all that over on Patreon and Fourth Wall. Thank you guys so much. Subscribe if you're new, or I'll find you. Goodbye.